Hi crafty friends, hey, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and on this video tutorial we're going to do something completely different from what I've ever done here at DiyDreaming, and that is we are going to be making some little books to hold your sewing needles. Okay, I don't know if you're like me, but I had a bazillion. I'm not fully organized. I'm just starting today. But I had a bazillion sewing needles just here and there in this drawer, in this little zip pouch, stuck in this thing of thread all over the place. I really need to get a new sewing kit. So I was looking around on Pinterest one night when I wasn't sleeping, and I saw all these super cute, they're called sewing needle books. And I thought, well, I could probably make that. I mean, I could do the fancy version. Well, maybe I couldn't, but you could do a super fancy version, or you could do one that is super easy, takes no time, requires no sewing. It's just made with felt, like the kind that you can get at your local Walmart for 29 cents a sheet. And they turned out pretty darn cute. So this is the one that I made this morning. I'm gonna tell you all about it. And then we're gonna work on, I'm working on this. And also I thought, well, what the heck? I have about a bazillion crochet hooks floating around that have no home. So I also decided to make a little pouch for my sewing, for my crochet hooks. Anyway, so this is my little sewing needle book. And these are some of my big craft needles. Here's more needles. Here's some ones that are funky shaped. And then I've just put this little pocket in the back for this little threader device. And then sometimes when I'm using something thicker, or working with crochet, I like to use these plastic needles. So isn't it cute? What do you think? I think it's pretty adorable. This one's gonna be adorable too. And this afternoon, I'm gonna make a few more to put them in this week's blessing boxes. But really this morning I've just been experimenting, trying to figure out what works, really what size do you need it to be, how many pages does it need to have in it, what's a good size, all that kind of jazz. And then of course you can embellish it absolutely any way that you want. So let's start with this guy right here. This girl, she's pink. So for her, what I did is I just got my little tub of various felt out, and I started looking through it to see what I might want to use. And of course I have all different colors. I have a lot that I don't really even like I don't know. I have a bunch, okay? Some of these, I think a friend gave me. A lot of them I've just sort of accumulated and been trying to get organized. Okay, so for this pink one, we'll use this light pink just as an example, and then let's use a gray. That would be pretty. Okay, these, like I said, come from, oops, did I unplug my glue gun? No, okay. These came from Walmart, and they're Create brand craft felt. They're in the craft department, kind of by the kitty craft stuff. They're not expensive at all. You can use things other than just these sheets. You can also, sometimes I pick up things like this. This was a banner kit that is real nice stiff felt, and you could cut the point off and you could actually make a book with something like that too. And it could have all different colors. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon. This, I think, came from Dollar Tree. But I have all kinds of things just hanging around everywhere. And I'm really this year trying to get organized. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all the dimensions, and I'm gonna show you how I cut it out. And then I'm gonna show you how I assembled it. And then we're gonna decorate, okay? So take your stickers off first. And I think I I decided that I wanted this to be about 4 inches from here to here. So around 8 inches roughly in length. And I bought one of those little white pencils, and here it is. Like, where did that go? Not sure if that's gonna work on this. No, it's not. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna cut a piece that is 8 inches, roughly. And let's go over here so I can cut on my cutting mat. I'm gonna use my rotary cutter, which is very brave of me, because this thing scares me. And thank you to my friend Martha Parnell, who sent it to me a long time ago. She said, you need one of these. I'm like, I'm afraid of it. Anyways, thank you, Martha. I have actually used it. I just, you know, I'm scared. Okay, so I have a metal ruler here, and I'm gonna carefully put my fingers back and go slowly. And, oops, I didn't get that cut all the way through. Dang. Well, let's get some good scissors and we'll fix that. So the book is gonna be about 4 inches wide, 8 inches total front and back. And then I decided that I wanted it to be about between 5 and 6 inches long. So let's see, this is the 8. This is the, let's do this one here. Let's go 6 inches roughly. And how are you guys doing? Is everyone having a good day? Is this, I hope this is something you'll be interested in. I really want to always be switching our crafts up because I don't want you to get bored. I don't know, maybe I need to sharpen my rotary cutter. Okay, so this is the outside of our little book. Dun, dun, dun. And you may have to do some trimming when you're all done because when you glue them, they don't always lay exactly flat. Hey, Diane. Hi, Brenda. Hey, Carolyn. Hi, Patty. Thank you for sprinkling, Sue. I forgot to say any of my normal stuff. Hey, Susie. Hey, Marlene. As you're hopping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions along the way. Feel free to sprinkle, all that stuff. So, just to review, this felt that I'm using is nothing fancy. It's your basic children's crafting felt from Walmart in the Walmart craft section. They're around 28, 29 cents a piece, I think is what I paid for. Our dimensions are going to be that our book is going to be full length. It's going to be around 8.5 inches, and then it's going to be between 5 and 6 inches tall. That's just what I'm doing, but you should feel free to do it however you want. Now you want your inside pages to be a little bit smaller, so I'm going to do, we'll start at 7.5 and see how that works. And I'm going to try to cut 2 pieces at the same time. And I'm using my rotary cutter. If you're using one of these, of course, you know, be super careful. Okay. And then we want it to be a little bit shorter also. So let's see, let's go about 5 1/4 inches long. Just thinking. Okay, I don't want to mess this up. I'm having one of those brain issues where I can't remember what I'm doing. Do you guys ever get those? Okay, let's measure. Yeah, that should work. So I'm excited because this afternoon, my friend, who is helping me with picking out all my colors, just for the little house makeover that we've been working on, she is coming over. Also, her husband was an amazing artist that did those paintings that I shared with you last week. She is coming over this afternoon. She just offered to come over and help me accessorize. And I said, really? And she said, yeah, I'd love to. So anyways, we'll see what happens. Okay, now I need my glue. And for this, I am just using my Surebonder Cool Shot hot low temperature glue gun. It's a hot glue gun that's low temperature. You can pick these up everywhere. They're not expensive. Walmart, Hobby Lobby. In my opinion, they're great because they seem to be a little bit lower temperature. Did I not cut this right? I did not. Okay, I guess I was not thinking clearly. Anyways, what was I saying? You're gonna probably get some glue on your fingers, and it's just better to use a low temperature hot glue gun whenever possible. So that's what I recommend. Okay, that shouldn't, and always remember to put your blade away. Okay, so now we need to find the center of our little book, and I'm going to come off of my self-healing mat and just go onto a piece of cardboard to glue. All right, and what I'm going to do to start out with is figure out where is the center of my outside of my book. And I'm going to crease it. Can I see that well enough? It's a little bit harder to see in the dark. Let's lay it on top of this. You do want it to be straight. Okay. All right, and I'm just using my, just this Cool Shot low temperature glue. This is the Surebonder brand. It's not the special not the special glue for fabric, because that is white. And I don't want white in this project. And I'm gonna go not all the way to the ends. I'm just putting a band of glue there, and then we'll put our first little page, and our pages in this book are going to be pink, and we're just eyeballing where they go in. Pressing it down. And you can put however many pages you want in here. What do you guys think so far? If you like this idea of doing a sewing needle book, slam some hearts or do some of these or say something in the comments, because I have some more ideas that are kind of along this line, and I want to know if this is what some of the stuff that you guys want to do around here. Okay. Our next page in our book. So this book is gray with pink pages, and this is what it looks like. And then we're just going to fold it in half. And when we do that, we may find that we need to take our inside pages a little bit shorter. And I kind of think that they do need to go a little bit shorter. So let's just chop a little bit extra off here. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, and I'm not on my self-healing mat. Hopefully that's okay. No, it's not great. These pages, you can decorate them. You could put buttons on them. We could make flowers. Let's see if this works. No. Okay, I'm just going to cut it. I guess you do have to be on a self-healing mat to use that rotary cutter. Okay, here's our book. when I was wandering around Pinterest in the middle of the night, I noticed that there were a ton of different styles. Seriously, you can do this absolutely however you want. I think I am going to round these corners just a little bit. And then we're going to move on to the fun part. Okay, so you could do any kind of, you know, decoration on here that you could possibly dream up. And let's see. Okay, so I want to tell you about this one thing. A long time ago at Target, in the gift wrapping section, and also in the section where they have decorations for parties, themes and stuff, I purchased this long garland that had all these pre-done flowers on it. And this is what the other book came from. I just clipped my little flowers off the string and clipped off the little leaves. This was so nice and easy because they were already cut out. I'm not going to use this on this book because it really doesn't go with our theme, but that gives you the idea. And here they are on this one. Pretty cute, huh? So be looking around for that kind of stuff. And I know I have more. I just don't know where they are. I have an abundance of craft supplies. But for this one, I was kind of thinking that we might make some stacked flowers, which are so fun. And let's just use our scraps. And we'll make a couple of circles. We could do rolled rosettes. The only thing is I do want it to lay kind of flat. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of wave this just a little bit. Okay, so there's sort of a weird shaped flower that we can start with. And then we'll make a little spot of gray to go over the top. I'm just going to do rough circle. So when I posted this morning that we were going to be making these today, several of you guys told me that you made them as little girls or that you had inherited your grandmother's needle book or something like that. And I said to all those people that said that to me that I want to see pictures. Oh my gosh, I totally want to see pictures. So if you have pictures of your needle books, share them here in the comments, even if they're old and beat up. That is what gives them charm, I think. Okay, so here's the start of a flower. And this could just go right here. And then I was digging through all my buttons, looking to see what I might have that could work with this. That would be cute, but we need a gray circle for that to go under. Teeny, teeny, teeny little gray circle. And then that's too big. Okay, so never mind. But maybe I'll just attach some buttons to it. So here's an idea. Because all of the pages inside are pink. Okay, so that is one for sure option of what we could do. I mean, really, we could do any kind of flower that we wanted. And then the other thing we could do is we could just attach a bunch of various buttons in pink. You know, and do some little design if we wanted. Whoops, you guys get the idea. Okay, on this one that I have right here that I made before we came live, it's essentially the same thing. It's gray, but it has the white pages inside of it. And I think I do like these books a little better when their edges are rounded, so I would do that to the inside pages too, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want you to have to sit there and watch me do that. All right, and I was thinking to go along with my little crochet hook little pouch that I made, that I would use some more of this lace that I picked up this week at Joann's, and they were $2.99 a spool. They're each 3 yards. This one is cotton, and I think this one is polyester, but they look very similar. And I thought it would be pretty, basically, to just take the crochet lace all the way around the book and into the inside. Let's just cut this here. I can show you basically how that would look. So we could do something like that, and then we could add some pretty buttons, you know, whatever we wanted, wherever we wanted to put them. Some pretty mother of pearl. What do you guys think about that idea? Did we like that? Oh, okay, who was that just said that? Mary Lou says she loves my crafts and ideas. And then she did a whole bunch of red exclamation points and hearts. That's so awesome. Yeah, if you, Debbie, if you have missed the beginning of this, go back to the beginning and watch it. So what do you guys think? Do you like that idea? I can even get some gray. Let's see if I can find some pretty gray mother of pearl buttons we can put on here. I do have one other idea to show you. And we're just using hot glue to attach this stuff. Oh, we could maybe layer. Let's see what I have here. I have a little bit of a button issue. I love buttons. So this would be pretty, and this is what I think we should do. So let's do it right now. All right, I do want to make sure that my lace is straight and it's in the middle of the book. And I also want it to go all the way into the pages. Okay, I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to eyeball it, but you get what I'm saying. So. Got it started. And I'm just going to put lace along this top band and then where these like little, I don't know what to even call these, swoopy-doos are. Gently pat it down and go to the outside. So can you guys see what we're doing? I took it all the way to the inside. I know that there's a lot cuter things that you guys could do with this concept. So really what I'm doing is just introducing this craft project idea to you guys. And I want to see if you already have made something, whether it's felt or not. I also want to see what you guys come up with. So plan to, if you decide to do this, share pictures. You can share them here. We would also love to see them over at Dreaming DIY. I'm going to have a hard time parting with any of these, which is usually the problem. Somebody was writing to me yesterday and they said that it was, gosh, who was it? But we were talking about flowers, about all the flowers that we make here. And she said she was making them as gifts, but then she was having a hard time parting with any of them. And I thought, oh my gosh, that sounds just like me. Because you fall in love with your creations. You just do. This is really pretty and it goes great with this other case, which needs to have some sort of a snap or something put on it to keep it shut so my crochet hooks don't fall out every time I touch it. This is what I'm talking about. I made this earlier and it has just a few of the crochet hooks that I have in it. Okay, so let's cut this the right length. And I'll get all the glue strings off later. What do you guys think? Is that cute, 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 or what? I will round these corners inside. We could do that right now. That won't take that long. And they don't have to be perfect. So look how cute that is. And then let's layer some buttons on here. And I could do a little piece of lace, maybe this smaller one, or something around the back to loop on the front to hold the book closed. I don't know. I feel like that button is too big. Let's get something smaller. This is just a few of my white buttons. You guys have been so sweet to send me more buttons. In fact, I have, where did it go? I have a whole jar. Well, I don't know where it is right now. It's probably right in front of my face. Anyways, I have a whole jar of white buttons that are just beautiful. Let's use one of these. These are carved. They're really pretty. Need to get the staple out of them. That'll be pretty. I'll hold this up in just a second. Is that pretty or what? Okay, so then to use one of these, and I will continue fiddling around with this one that has the pink pages off camera, and this is the other one that I made. But I want to show you how, let's put this over here, how you actually use one of these. Oh my word, I have a mess here. Okay, and I have, these needles are actually pretty organized, but I have a ton floating all over. You could do some pretty little things on your pages, like do some more buttons in the corners, or on the pink and gray, I could add some little gray buttons on it. But you're basically just going to take your needles and they're gonna go, they don't have to be all lined up perfect unless you want them to be that way. And I'll show you on, you're just gonna basically thread them onto the felt or whatever kind of fabric you use. And on the pink one, which I'll show you in just a second, you see that? I organized my needles a little bit before I started. And this page was my honkin' big needles. Honkin', honkin', honkin' big. Like, look at this one. This is like a doll needle or something. So I just wove it. I don't want it to go through the other page, but so it was safely attached in here. So this was the page with the big ones, and then here's more medium, and then here's some that are a funny shape. And then, like I said, I did this cute little pocket in the back for my plastic needles and my little threader. So what do you guys think? Do you like this idea of making needle books? I hope you do. I think it's pretty sweet. This is the kind of sentimental stuff that I love. And you could make a whole collection of different things. I've got glue on here. I'm gonna have to get my hot glue gun out and see if I can melt that. This is for my crochet hooks. This would be cute to put a little button flower or something in the corner. And so these two have white pages inside. This one that we just made has pink pages. And there's no reason why you couldn't do absolutely any color felt. Oh, I remember what I did want to show you. And maybe we'll use that on this one. Oh yeah, we should. Okay, do you guys remember at all when I told you about this lace, I'm looking for where's the end, that I purchased at Hobby Lobby when they were 40% off? Look at it. And it was $5.99 and it's 2 yards, and it was 40% off, so it was hardly anything. It's like these little flowers that are stitched on this chiffon or whatever that is. So before I came live, I was fiddling around with one of them with, look how pretty, and I was thinking that they would be pretty all trimmed up, or maybe just one on the front of the book. So there you go. Those are all the ideas I have for making these little, I mean, I really do have about 100 other ideas, and actually I have a ton of images that I will post here at DIY Dreaming this afternoon for you guys to look at. The other ideas are all from Pinterest. They're nothing that I've actually made. They're just ideas to get your creative juices flowing. And they are, some of them, a little bit more elaborate. Like a lot of them have this darling blanket stitch done around the edge, and the front is 2 layers thick. and they use a contrasting like embroidery floss to do a blanket stitch around it, which if you've ever done any embroidery, you know what that is. But I will share those ideas this afternoon. This is just the very start, just the tip top of what I could come up with completely on my own with nothing physical to look at. And I hope that these give you some ideas and inspire you to get your sewing needles into something that is organized. And maybe if you have other friends that like to sew, maybe you sit down and crank out 5 or 6 of these for your friends. Because I mean, each book costs under $1. Seriously. It's more just that it's your time and energy to cut them out and to glue them together, but I think they're pretty sweet. So I want to see what you guys do, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Again, the dimensions, I know somebody's going to ask me. Okay, so this is roughly 8 to 8.5 inches wide from side to side, and then folded it's around 4. Okay, the inside pages, oh, and then it's up between 5 and 6 inches tall. And then the inside pages are just a smidge smaller. And I did not round the corners on this book, but it looks so much nicer with the corners rounded that I think I will definitely do that. And these little flowers came off of something that I bought at Target that was like a party decoration kind of thing. I don't know if they still have them or not, but they worked great for this project. This is just plain felt, nothing special from Walmart. You can get felt everywhere, or you can purchase that really fancy wool felt if you would like to use something like that. You can find that on Amazon. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys like it, and I will, hopefully I'm not frozen. I don't know what's going on, but if I am, I'll come back. Okay, thanks. Bye, guys.